Hi guys, I'm going to show you how to make tteokbokki. You're like, what did you say? So tteokbokki is a Korean rice cake dish. It's sweet and spicy and savory. I'm all about those three flavors all together. Can't have this like one at a time, but like if they're together, game over. Almost knocked my bowl over here. So I'm actually using my favorite chef's recipe. Her name is Mangchi. I don't know her real name, but she has like I think over 10 million views on this recipe. And I tried different recipes. I bought store-bought sauce, which works great too if you don't have time. But if you can have the time and make this at home, even better. So it's super easy, and let's get to it. You see a lot of red colors here, and I'll explain one at a time, so just keep watching me. Not that hard, I promise you. So first thing, before I open this, I want to introduce you to gochujang, which is a Korean red pepper paste. So if I open this, it looks like this. So it has thick paste to it. Okay, what do we need to get started on? Let's prepare our vegetables first because that is going to take some time. We're actually gonna use only not a lot, about that much, believe it or not. Just there for coloring and basically for coloring there. This dish doesn't really need a lot of vegetables. It can be a dessert almost. Our cabbage, you don't need a whole lot, just enough. Fish cake, as it sounds, it's a bunch of just minced fish together. It's an optional thing, but to me, without it, it doesn't make a traditional tteokbokki. That's gonna go in at the very end because it cooks really fast. And what I have to do is, so a cup of water right in here. So you can make anchovy broth at home, literally just boiling anchovy and kelp, dry kelp. But this is there to save your time. And I love this particular brand. CJ makes it the best. So it's premium grade. It literally says Dasida Premium Gold Anchovy. So about a tablespoon, and just going to dissolve this. Now this makes a huge difference in flavor, I promise you. And then moving on to our thick paste. So we got our third cup of a red hot pepper paste. And then we're gonna use a tablespoon of hot pepper flake, which is also Korean. You kind of want to stick with all the Korean brands, basically. So add it into our... And yes, you want to use a pan instead of a bowl because it's the bowl's going to make it like really soupy, and it's not what you want. You want it to be kind of like a, not soupy, but wet glaze. It's a little wetter than thick glaze. You'll see what I mean in a little bit. We want a little bit of sugar in it because it is really spicy and it's going to kind of counterbalance the spiciness. So a tablespoon of that. I like brown sugar. You can use honey too if you want, or agave syrup, or even stevia. Our sauce is almost made. I'm going to add in our vegetables. So now, I'm gonna add in another half cup of water. Bring it back to our heat and just cook that and increase our heat. Total a cup of water. So constantly stir or just let the vegetables cook. And by the time your carrots are about to cook, that's when you add in all your rice cake. So now just add in our fish cake. It's already cooked, so you don't have to really cook anything in here. But you want it to definitely heat. So I'm gonna add in about a cup of rice cake right into our bowl or right into our pan and just keep stirring. Smells so delicious. Look at this. So it's not soup, obviously, right? But it's covering and coating everything that we have. So how do I know that this is ready, Yuna? Believe it or not, the flavors are perfect. I just want to add a little bit of more sugar because if it's not sweet enough, it's not tteokbokki. So I'm adding in about a tablespoon of sugar. And that's it. I mean, this is tteokbokki. And lastly, we're just gonna add in our green onions. And turn off our heat and time to plate it. Just garnish with our, of course, sesame seeds. So this tteokbokki dish, our Korean rice cake dish is complete and it is time to devour. Look at this. It looks so colorful and so appetizing. Got a little bit of carrot and cabbage and green onions, fish cake, and our super chewy and soft rice cakes. So I hope you make this because, gosh, it'll be your guest's favorite dish. I don't think, I'm like trying to remember the last time I didn't make it. Every single time we have guests over, I make this because it's such a popular dish. So yeah, you only need a few ingredients. So get in your car, go to a local Asian grocery store, and just buy those ingredients because they will last you a year, more than a year, I promise you. And I hope you enjoy this, and then I'll see you at your next favorite recipe. If we haven't connected on Instagram yet, I'm at Yuna Cooks, so follow me, and I also make different dishes and I post it at home, and I'm here, once a week, and I also upload a new video every single week, so subscribe on YouTube. And I will for sure see you next Tuesday.